Hello there. If you're anything like me and you're trying to use GDExtension to up your Godot programming game in C++, and you might also still want to use C#, then you run into this issue where running your C# project will never hit breakpoints when you debug it from Visual Studio. Just for an example, I can show you here. We're running the mono version of Godot with the default debugger that is capable of hitting the C++ breakpoints. And then they've got a C++ breakpoint here on the process function of literally just the example from the docs. So if I run that, you can see that we hit the breakpoint. Oh. Or rather, we need the CLR debugger, the core CLR debugger. So pardon me, this is just going to crap itself for a couple seconds, and then I can show you it actually hitting it when you use the non-mono version of Godot with the default debugger. There we go. So that was a fail. That's the default debugger on the mono version. Now, if we try the core CLR debugger on the mono version, it'll run, but we miss our breakpoint, and it actually says no symbols have been loaded, even though pretty clearly if we can hit it with the non-mono version, the symbols are in fact generated. So let's stop that. Next, we can just try it in the regular version of Godot. And this is hitting our breakpoint just as we expected. The problem is you can run this in the regular version of Godot with GD script, but you will never get to see any of your C# scripts execute at all. So I've tried that on a C# project, and it'll run, but just none of the C# will actually execute, and it'll probably break stuff down the line. You wouldn't want to develop that way. So how do we fix that? Well, all we have to do, surprisingly, I was looking into the scons file and into the launch.json and thinking I could figure out some way to get around it. But turns out all I have to do is go and run my game and then attach it to the process. So debug, attach to process. You select your process, this one, and then you need to make sure you have the .NET Core for .NET 5 and up and your native debugger both attaching. So then this will attach, and we immediately hit the breakpoint. And just so you know, this is the mono version running. So that's how you can debug C# and C++ at the same time with Visual Studio. I hope this is helpful. And if you happen to know of a way to make this a launch target out of the launch.json, I'd love to know that too, because that would be slightly convenient for hitting breakpoints on the initialization of the process. But anyway, that's all for now, and I hope that helped. Don't forget to subscribe for more stuff like this, and take care.